Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, host Jan. I do hope you are all doing well today, man. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series, right here on Football Therapy, where I go across football news media, sniff about, consolidate anything I can find regarding Chelsea Football Club, present it to you guys in a package, give you my opinion, ask for yours, let's evaluate what the rags are saying. Few things to talk about today: Chelsea's defensive situation, Thiago Silva, goalkeepers. Could Chelsea look to Ligue 1 to find a cheap goalkeeping resolution? That might work. And a couple more bits to talk about as well. If you enjoy my daily Chelsea Football Club related content, please do consider subscribing to Football Therapy if you've not already done so. If you want to help me out, that's really kind of you, mate. Please do drop a like on this video. It helps me out a lot. Alright, let's get into it. Actually, let me also take this opportunity to remind you all that I do daily football live stream shows on my other channel, Jan's Yard, where we talk about football, mainly Chelsea, but everything really in the world of football. I'll leave a link in the top of the description. Do go subscribe to Jan's Yard to watch my football live show, Chatting Balls. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers on that account, and it would really mean the world to me if you go and subscribe. Alright, let's get into it. First up on the Chelsea agenda, I did want to have a word for Armando Broja, who got his first minutes playing for Vitesse Arnhem. That's nice, isn't it? Hopefully the young striker gets a lot of minutes this season and scores a lot of goals, and then Chelsea, Frank Lampard and the whole gang can seriously consider him moving forward to hopefully get minutes in the first team. Remember, he has already made his first team debut against Everton, and possibly we could be seeing Armando as soon as next season onwards, maybe? Who knows? Shout out to him. Before we get into players and transfers and stuff, Chelsea are reportedly getting a new coach. Not head coach. Anthony Barry from Wigan. That's right, Chelsea apparently poaching a very highly rated coach, tactician / potentially defensive coach from the Championship side. Of course, you will know Reece James well from his loan spell there, so maybe he has great ideas to get the best out of a Reece James, but generally, from what I'm reading, he's a very, very highly rated coach indeed. I've never heard of him personally, I don't look into enough stuff from the Championship clubs, but from what people are telling me, he's really highly rated. It would be a massive coup for Chelsea Football Club, and with Chelsea who've had tactical issues this season, defensive issues, to bring in a senior coach with experience and is highly rated, that married with all the positive transfer news is exactly what Chelsea fans want to hear. Let's be real, man. So that's dope. Thumbs up. Well done, Chelsea, making the correct moves. Let's get into some transfers. A quick word on Thiago Silva. Of course, I've been reporting on this story a little bit recently about him apparently being in advanced talks with Chelsea Football Club and seriously considering joining Chelsea on a free. He had been linked to Fiorentina first. I did hear Julien Laurent talk about this on the Totally Football show when he was speaking to James Richardson. Obviously, Julien is a Ligue 1 and Premier League specialist and incidentally a huge PSG fan. He said that he believes, in terms of the talks, they're actually further down the road of Fiorentina. He is looking for the best deal. He does back himself to still perhaps perform in the Premier League on the highest level. Obviously, we're all going to watch him tonight in the Champions League final. But although he says that the rule to move to Chelsea isn't out, he believes that the talks are further down the line with Fiorentina. So saith Julien Laurent. I'm inclined to trust him, but who knows, he could still end up at Chelsea. Now, Chelsea of course have a lot of money to spend in this transfer window. That's right, looking to break football once again, but with the signings of Kai Havertz and Ben Chilwell Phillipe seemingly imminent to go over the line, Chelsea would have already spent a lot of money. 33 odd million on Hakim Ziyech, 50 odd million on Timo Werner, 50 odd million on Ben Chilwell, 80 odd million on Kai Havertz. You get where I'm going here. So it comes at no surprise Chelsea are looking to be a little bit creative in other areas of the pitch, hence Thiago Silva potentially on a free transfer. Even with all those players completed and theoretically Silva on top, Chelsea do still have a goalkeeping issue. And if they're looking for cheaper sort of stopgap alternatives in the centre back position with Thiago Silva, perhaps while they wait a little bit longer for the likes of Declan Rice to arrive in a year or so, what they're going to do with goalkeeper, Well, okay, listen. First off, you don't need to spend loads and this is the sad truth of it, man. You don't need to spend loads and loads of money to be better off in the goalkeeping department from what we've got at the moment. Again, I would like to reiterate, I'm not of the inclination to bash Kepa and say he's a bad goalkeeper. I'm saying his performances have been bad, and it looks like at the moment, for a multitude of reasons, it's not really working at Chelsea. Now, despite hearing a few rumours and stories that Petr Cech is inclined to give Kepa another chance, perhaps coaching him himself, which sounds a little bit fanciful and far-fetched, I'm still inclined to believe Chelsea are looking to replace him, or at least bring in a new keeper that can start over him while he develops confidence and form, but probably most likely goes on loan. And to be honest, there's no real hardcore momentum in the goalkeeping department at the moment when it comes to transfer rumours, gossip, or indeed concrete information. There's a few names that have been thrown around. Firstly, I saw a headline today regarding Yann Sommer of Borussia Mönchengladbach. 31-year-old, obviously a relatively big name, a well-known name in the goalkeeping world, could be an affordable option for under £20 million. He has been pretty decent. I'm sure you guys in the comments will correct me if I'm wrong. But if there's anything behind this headline, he could be an interesting option, this kind of goalkeeper with low transfer fee, low risk, high experience as a goalkeeper. Could that be something Chelsea are looking to do? Possibly. That might make sense. Remember all the money and players I reeled off a few minutes ago, or a couple of minutes ago? Chelsea are probably looking at the purse now thinking, oh, we're pretty low, guy. Thiago Silva's probably a good idea. Spend under 20 million on the goalkeeper? At least certainly until they sell all of Zappacosta, Emerson, Bakayoko, and I think it's too unrealistic and fanciful to imagine we're actually going to sell drink water to someone. So maybe Yann Sommer of Borussia Mönchengladbach, but really there have been a lot of links to Ligue 1 strikers. Chelsea and Ligue 1 have been in news headlines recently. Obviously there's Tomori links for a potential loan to the French league, but also goalkeepers. First up, 25-year-old Lille goalkeeper Mike Maignan. Maignan? Peut-être pas Maignan. C'est un nom très difficile. Maignan. Maignan. I'm inclined to say it's pronounced Mike Maignan. Anyway, he's a 25-year-old goalkeeper from Lille. To be honest, obviously we played Lille last season in the Champions League, but I didn't keep too much of a keen eye on the goalkeeper. 25 though, relatively young, about the same age of Kepa. If Chelsea are looking to bring that kind of profile of goalkeeper in, you'd imagine they'd be looking to keep him more long term. These links to perhaps Yann Sommer, who's 31, or even Ben Foster, who's mid-late 30s, are obviously more of a stopgap option. But if Chelsea are going to turn to these Ligue 1 goalkeepers, they might be looking to actually nurture this sort of cheaper talent to try and actually become the Chelsea first team goalkeeper for some time. If you know much about Mike from Lille, get down in the comment section below and let me know, and tell me and the other subscribers to Football Therapy. Big Mike from Lille is not the only Ligue 1 goalkeeper to be linked to Chelsea of late. Also, Edouard Mendy from Rennes over in Ligue 1 as well, a little bit older, 28 years old. The Senegalese goalkeeper is relatively highly rated, got a man of the match performance last season in Ligue 1. He's a little bit more senior, it probably wouldn't cost that much money. Obviously, Ligue 1 have started the season already, so it's going to be difficult for them to sell players and goalkeepers to Chelsea unless they have, people lined up to replace them, or indeed their second in command in the goalkeeping department is good enough to come in and deputise for the first team goalkeeper, and they just make money. But it's going to be very difficult, I think, at this point to make a Liga goalkeeper transfer, but who knows, money talks. Anyway, I find it fascinating that there's no real obvious selection at the moment for a goalkeeper for Chelsea Football Club. And one thing's for sure, we will all be surprised if Kepa Arrizabalaga does start the next campaign in goal as the Chelsea first team goalkeeper. It's not beyond all realms of possibility. It could happen due to Chelsea's perhaps financial situation as they spend more and more. Maybe it makes the most sense to try and nurture what is already an expensive asset in Kepa. But us as Chelsea fans would probably I'd just feel so much more safer if it was someone else for the moment. No disrespect to the Spaniard, that's just how things are at the moment. Anyway, you guys get down in the comment section below and express your thoughts and opinions on all the stories that I've spoken about in today's video. I'd really appreciate that. Please do click the link in the top of the description and subscribe to Jan's Yard. Try and help me get to 10,000 subscribers on that channel. That means a lot too, guys. Other than that, I'm out, so enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.